Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Broussard Field in Matthews, Louisiana, from the campus of Central Lafourche High School. It is high school baseball on KWBJ Live as the Central Catholic Eagles visit the Central Lafourche Trojans in the second game of a doubleheader. I'm Chris Hunter here with Aaron Ortego. Aaron, we're going to get our second look at in a week at a Central Catholic team that has really done a lot of work in the last couple of days. This will be their sixth game in 7 days, and my insiders tell me this is a tired baseball team.
I would think so, not to mention the tired of the team. I mean, the team can get through that a whole lot better than your pitching staff on a 1A size school.
Yep.
When you play in 6 games, that's a whole lot of innings for an entire pitching staff in 6 games, and so you got to have some tired arms out there.
The Eagles lost game 1 of this doubleheader in somewhat controversial fashion, giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to lose it 7-6. At least one of those runs was a little bit questionable, at least as far as the fans go, and generally there were some guys in blue involved that the fans were not happy with. Coach Brenton Hidalgo not happy either, as his team saw an 8-game win streak snapped by that, so I didn't get a whole lot out of him between games. He really didn't feel like talking. Yeah. So we'll see if the Eagles can get it going here.
And that's so unfortunate, Chris, because that was such an outstanding baseball game. I mean, this game was tied 5-5 going into the 7th inning. The Eagles scratched across 1 run in the top of the 7th, and as you talked about, the Trojans came back in the bottom of the 7th, put 2 up to win the ball game. But it was an outstanding game, like I said, especially considering the amount of games and the amount of innings they've had to play coming into this one. But anyway, we're going to do it again. It's perfect weather out here. In fact, today, all day long, was really the definition of Chamber of Commerce day. Okay, it was gorgeous
we have been so fortunate with the weather this season.
We sure have.
This is our last regular season game. Taking the mound for Central Lafourche, number 1, Andrew Stepelkovich. And we've only got district statistics for Central Lafourche. With the win earlier today, they go to 9-22 on the season. They were 3-3 in District 7-5A.
First pitch inside for ball 1. At the plate for the Eagles is their center fielder, Lucas Pickens. On deck is the left fielder, Thomas Nini. And this is popped high to right field. Right fielder gets under it, makes the catch for the first out. So with 1 away, that'll bring to the plate Thomas Nini, left fielder. And on deck is today's starting pitcher for the Eagles, Cade Menina. Ground ball off the pitcher's glove, makes the catch, shortstop makes the catch and the throw for the second out. So write it in the book as 1-6-3 and 2 away. That'll bring to the plate Menina. He bats in the 3-hole. He'll be batting with the bases empty and 2 outs. Ooh, and he takes a plunk on the left arm, upper arm. So he will draw a hit by pitch, and he'll take first base. I'm assuming we're going to have a courtesy runner, and we do. Let's see, I think it looks like number 5.
Number 5.
Is that Cordero?
Right, Brandon Cordero. And so, if you're Brent Hidalgo, one thing you don't want to see is right out the bat, your starting pitcher get plunked.
Yeah. He got hit in the left upper arm, shoulder area. And I believe he's a right-handed pitcher. He was definitely a right-handed hitter. Stepping in, cleanup hitter, number 9, and shortstop, Greg Hamer. This pitch is up and in for ball 1. This is popped up, foul, out of play down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. This is grounded foul in the dirt and bounces back towards the screen. Count will stay a ball and 2 strikes.
Hamer hitting .394 coming into the day. Our stats are not adjusted for the first game of the day.
Runner's going. Throw down to second. And Cordero slides in safely, so Cordero will stand on second base with 2 outs. Got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 1 runner on. Your shortstop, your Eagle shortstop, Greg Hamer at the plate. Ooh, this is a breaking ball. Very close to a strike. He takes it, and it's a ball, so that'll run the count full. Full count pitch. Stepovich gets his signal. And this pitch is high and inside for ball 4. So Hamer draws a walk.
And you may have heard a gunshot in there.
Yeah.
Let's explain that. It's a busy day on the Central Lafourche campus today. Right next door at the football stadium, there was a track meet going on, so that was the starter's gun.
This is going to be popped up foul, out of play down the first base line. Behind the plate for the Trojans is Trip Bergeron. This is popped out, foul, out of play, straight back. Out of run the count, no balls, 2 strikes.
Mouton homered in game 1 earlier today. That was his first home run of the season.
Stepovich fakes a throw to second. Cordero back, nobody covering the bag anyway. Yeah, this pitch is up for a ball. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
The loss earlier today, as we mentioned, snapped an 8-game win streak for the Eagles, dropped them to 21-6 on the season, 9-3 against either Division I or II competition. Central Lafourche is Division I. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're seated about 31 or so, and not enough time to make up for it. We'll talk about playoff possibilities for all of our local teams as we go through the day. But as we mentioned yesterday, in this very strong District 7-1A, Central Catholic is currently seated 3rd in Division IV Select, right behind Covenant Christian at number 2 and Vermilion Catholic at number 5. All 3 teams in a 3-way tie for the district championship. I don't know how they're going to split that tie, if they're going to, or break that tie.
Probably not. Usually they would go. Now this is how it used to be, and they've made a lot of changes, so I hadn't kept up with all the changes. But it was, you would declare co-champions, and then you'd have a 1-game playoff to see who would enter the playoffs as the district champion in the 2nd place. However, it doesn't really mean anything anymore because it's all based on power points. So I don't know if it really matters. So they'll probably just go in as co-champions.
And the one loss was kind of a round robin deal. Central Catholic beat Vermilion Catholic. Vermilion Catholic beat Covenant Christian on actually what was a forfeit, and Covenant Christian beat Central Catholic. So round and round it goes. No way to break up the ties to split the tiebreaker there. And as you mentioned, I'm sure all the players would like a nice district championship patch for their Letterman's jackets. but it really doesn't matter anymore as far as playoff positioning goes.
And we get hit with a rubber baseball coming from behind us. Hey,
More than one game going on here.
Got a little game going on.
I didn't know about the
us.
second one.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah. Okay, Menina on the mound for the Eagles. At the plate, Keegan Patuit, the shortstop. On deck is the DH, Sam Douglas. And in the hole is the first baseman, Elijah Groh. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is Menina's 7th start of the season. Has a 6-1 record with a 1.58 ERA.
This is fouled back off the catcher's glove. Behind the plate for the Eagles, Tate Fontenot.
Opponent's batting average against Menina is 156. That is some strong pitching.
Yep. This pitch, breaking ball, stays up high, ball 2. Now you probably know this, Chris. He has an older brother that went on to pitch for UNO a couple of years ago.
Is it at UNO?
He was at UNO when he left high school. I don't know if he's still there now.
I'm not sure.
Where he's at. This is a solid base hit to center field by Patuit. He'll round first base, and he'll stay there with the single.
Nice leadoff single for Pertwee. And right away, Central Lafourche putting on the pressure.
He'll stand on first as the DH, Sam Douglas, will step to the plate. And Douglas waits for the first pitch. Menina delivers. He squares the bunt, pulls the bat back as the pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Menina gets his sign, checks the runner. From the stretch, he delivers. This is popped straight up. Third baseman calls for it and makes the catch.
Nice job, Cordero. No, Mouton.
Mouton.
Sorry,
It's Brandon Mouton, or Braden Mouton, rather.
Calling off Fontenot.
Which is the right call.
Yeah,
It's
that
the right
was
call.
straight up in the air. It was taking Fontenot a while just to find that
To
one.
find it, and then the catcher's mitts are not designed to catch pop flies. Infielders' gloves are. So, and any time you can call off the catcher, everybody else is supposed to call off the catcher. So Mouton does a good job there. Gets the first out. Runner has to stay at first base. First pitch misses for the ball. At the plate is the first baseman, Elijah Groh. Groh bats from the left side. This will be a ground ball to second, flip to the second base shortstop, and for the double play. So the Eagles' solid defense turns the double play.
Very nice 4-6-3 there. And the leadoff hit does not hurt Menina.
So we played one complete inning of play, and it's the Eagles 0, Trojans 0.
And let's thank some sponsors while we've got a moment. Lapco Manufacturing, feel safe, work smart, look good with Lapco FR, www.lapco.com. Taco Bell in Morgan City and Bayou Vista, open late night, delivery through DoorDash. Bayou Bend Fitness Center, 1209 Northwest Boulevard in Franklin. A healthier you begins at Bayou Bend. Conrad Industries, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all of our local teams good luck. And Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. 611 Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Thank you for joining us here on KWBJ Live. Hit the like button while you're here. We'd appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, we're going to move to the top of the second inning. And to lead that off for the Eagles, they're going to start off with their 6-hole hitter, Tate Fontenot, the catcher for the Eagles.
Fontenot had a very nice defensive game in game one, threw out a runner attempting to steal second and picked off a runner at third base.
That's when you're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fontenot will lead off the top of the second. He'll be followed by the DH, Bryce Talbot. And in the hole is the right fielder, Jack Leapery. First pitch is grounded down the third base line, foul.
Fontenot comes into the game hitting .344 with 3 doubles on the season. Not into the game, but into the day.
The 0-1 pitch. This off the handle, slow roller to short, makes a long, strong throw and beat it out. Fontenot using that catcher speed, Chris. Beats out the infield hit. It'll be a single for Fontenot.
And that was a nice job because Pertwee had done a nice job attacking that ball, made a good backhand play. Tough throw, though. It was a little high. Fontenot's speed put the pressure on him.
Well, he couldn't really get a lot on that throw, and it had a little arc in it.
No, he was coming forward,
yeah.
but moving away from the base.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with a runner on first base, that'll bring the DH, Bryce Talbot, to the plate. He's a left-handed hitter. He squared the bunt, but pulled it back. It'll be a ball.
Talbot was a late addition to the lineup for this game. He wasn't the original designated hitter Hidalgo had penciled in the lineup.
Trying to get the bunt down. It's fouled straight back into the net. It'll even the count at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Stepovich checks the runner, delivers the pitch, gets the bunt down. Third baseman charges, throws the first. First baseman couldn't hang on to it. And everybody will be safe. We'll have runners on the corners as Fontenot advances to third.
Looked like a textbook sacrifice bunt, and the ball just dropped at first base.
Yeah, if he catches it, it's an out, so it'll be E3. Nobody out, runners on the corners. And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Jack Leapery. Okay, everybody kind of waiting around for the pitch, and now he's ready. The runner's on the corner, squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back. It's ball one. 1-0 to count. Number 12 at the plate, right fielder Jack Leapery. On deck, second baseman Connor Daigle. Stepovich steps off the mound. Sounds like in the Eagle dugout there, wondering why. Stepovich goes to first.
And, you know, we mentioned controversy in the bottom of the seventh of the first game. Part of it involved a balk called on the Eagle pitcher. Now, this is a different umpiring crew from the first game.
I think
They hadn't just switched sides. This
Yeah.
is two completely different
This is-
umpires, I believe.
altogether different. Okay. Gets the bunt down. Stepovich charges, comes home, and he didn't slide, but he's still safe. Stumbles on the plate, but safe at home is Fontenot.
And I'll admit, I got fooled. I did not expect him to come home with that throw.
I did not either. But he tried it, and Lee Paris safe at first on the fielder's choice. Runners on first and second, 1 run in. Nobody out. That's a call, strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count. No outs. And squared the bunt, pulled it back. It was on the outside corner for a call, strike 2. Nothing in 2. Dago is the 9-hole hitter, and then we will move to the top of the batting order and Lucas Pickens. Wanted to get down the bunt, even with 2 strikes. He pulls back, gets a ball. See 9-hole hitters bunt a lot, even with 2 strikes.
Yep.
Now he pulls it back. Pitches outside for ball 2. That'll even the count at 2-2.
Well, at the 9-hole, you're looking for anything productive.
Right. Just move the runners over. With nobody out, you get to the top of the batting order.
Willing to take a chance. Good pitch.
Good pitch. Breaking ball comes in there for the call. Strike 3. So Dago goes down looking for the first out. We'll go to the top of the batting order. And that'll bring Lucas Pickens. Pickens flied out to right field to start the game. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0 to count.
Pickens came into the day hitting .430 with a home run. Also 5 doubles.
This is a fastball on the inside corner right at the knees for a call. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 2 on base. Takes a while for Stipovich to get his signals, and the runners are going. The throw is going to be at third. Third baseman doesn't hang on to it. The pitcher throws a little bit low, so it's a double steal. Runners now stand on second and third with 1 away.
And now a great run scoring opportunity for the Eagles here.
Yep, got your leadoff hitter at the plate with runners on second and third and 1 away.
And nobody forced but the batter.
Ooh, he went
jammed
around.
him.
I think it would have been a call strike either way.
Yeah, that
2
was a
balls,
good
2
pitch.
strikes. Trojans defense is playing straight away. They got runners on third base, but nobody playing up close. Stepovich steps off the rubber, and Pickens steps out of the batter's box. Everybody resets. This pitch up high for ball 3. It's a full count. Full count with 1 away. Ooh, chases a high and tight pitch for
That
strike
was ball
3.
4, I
Yep.
believe.
So Pickens goes down swinging. That'll bring to the plate Thomas Nene. Nene hit a ground ball bouncing over the pitcher's head. He put a glove on it, deflected it towards shortstop. And that's where Petruit made the catch and threw him out at first base. So Nene 0 for 1. Fastball misses outside.
Stepelkovich seems like he's using a lot of pitches this inning.
A lot more than he did in that first inning. There's a breaking ball that stays up.
Ooh. It looked good to me.
Well, I think when it crossed the plate, though, Chris, it may have been a little bit
it
above the
was
strike
high.
zone because it came down into the catcher's mitt, the breaking ball. He went after that fastball, didn't catch up to it. It's a strike, 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Eagles with an excellent chance to put a few runs on the board. And he chases his fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. This bounds high. Shortstop charges in time for the force out at first base. Nice play at short by Petruit right there. Good job of charging hard. So we're in the middle of the second inning. As we move to the bottom, Eagles take advantage and pick up 1 run. So they lead over the Trojans by a score of 1-0.
As we mentioned, the Eagles currently seeded 3rd. They've got 1 game left on the year after this. That is at Zachary Monday, another Division I opponent, and an opponent that I believe is going to make the playoffs. So I'm not sure if they can get any higher than number 3. However, now whether they're 2nd or 3rd, they're going to get a first-round bye in the playoffs. The difference comes in who they get in the 2nd round. If they stay at number 13, at number 3, that would probably put them up against 14 in the 2nd round. They get the winner of 14 and 19. The brackets suggest that it would be 14, and currently number 14 is Hanson. So we could be looking at Central Catholic Hanson in the 2nd round of the playoffs.
And here in the 2nd round in Division 4 Select, they play 2 out of 3 or
No,
1 game?
1 game.
1 game.
In Division 4, everything is 1 game. They eliminated best of 3 a couple of years ago.
Okay, leading off the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Trojans will send their pitcher and cleanup hitter, Andrew Stipovich. We probably massacred that name. Stelkovich?
Stepelkovich.
Stepelkovich. Got a lot of vowels in that name.
And 4 syllables.
Stepelkovich. First pitch misses, ball 1. Stelkovich will lead off the bottom of the 2nd, be followed by the center fielder, Drew Graber. And he'll
Come on, you have to have that one.
Yeah, Graber. Well, I didn't know if it was Grabbit or Graber, so Cajun name. We'll go with Graber. Squaring around the bunt, pulls the bat back, but it's a call, strike. Strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. The 3rd hit in this inning will be the 2nd baseman, Holden Falgu. This pitch misses, 3 balls and a strike. That was up and in a little bit. This pitch misses low and away for ball 4. So Stepelkovich draws a walk.
And for the 2nd time, the Trojans get the leadoff hitter on base.
That's true. Petruit.
Pertwee.
Oh, yeah, Petruit. See, I knew a guy from Metairie, and he pronounced it Petruit. Spelled exactly the same way.
They talk a little differently in New Orleans.
Right. Used to play horseshoes with him a long time ago.
I grew up in New Orleans, so I can say that.
Yeah. First pitch misses for ball one. Nobody out and a runner on first base for the center fielder, Drew Grabert. He's squaring around the bunt.
Runner's going.
He's going to pull back and bobbled the throw, so wisely just held on to it. Stepilkovic will steal second. One ball, one strike, no outs. This pitch misses high and inside. Grabel is still looking to get that bunt down, wanting to move that runner over.
Tate Fontenot goes out to talk to Mr. Menina about getting that fastball down. I don't know how much pitching Menina has done during this run of games. Last time we saw Central was 8 days ago when they beat Hanson. Since then, they swept a doubleheader against Beauchesne on Saturday, beat Vermillion Catholic on Monday, beat Highland Baptist yesterday, and now we're playing the second game of the doubleheader. So, as you mentioned at the opening of the stream, that's a lot of pressure on a 1A pitching staff.
Oh, he's going to throw down to second, but there's nobody there covering. It's going to go into center field. And Stepilkovic will make it to third. So he'll stand on third base with no outs. No thought he was off the bag far enough, but neither the shortstop or second baseman agreed. Nobody was there. 3-1's the count. This off the end of the bat, it skips off the roof of the first base dugout. That'll run the count full, 3-2. On deck for the Trojans is the second baseman, Holden Falgu. Still showing bunt. Fastball misses outside for ball four. So Grabert will draw the walk. That'll put runners on first and third with nobody out. Second baseman Falgu will back. Runners on the corners.
Runner goes.
Runner's gone. They're going to throw down a second. And he slides on. Oh, he got got him on the shoulder. Call him out. Nice throw by Fontenot. And Grobert is caught stealing. One away now. Runner on third. One out. 1-0's the count on Falgu.
Yeah, another strong throw by Fontenot and a really nice tag out by your shortstop. Who is that? Who's it short?
Hamer. Greg Hamer.
Greg Hamer.
Eagles had the infield drawn in. In fact, Hamer several steps on the grass. Where the middle infielders are drawn in, the corners are playing pretty much straight away. Here's a line drive to right field. It's going to score a run. It's going to be a single and an RBI for Falgu. And the Trojans pick up their second hit of the game. And that'll bring to the plate the Trojan catcher, Trip Bergeron. He'll bat with 1 on and 1 out. 1 run has scored. We got a tie ball game, 1-1. Both teams each sent only 3 hitters to the plate in the first inning, and both teams have gotten a bunch of base runners here in the second inning.
Yeah, and I kind of suspect for the Eagles, this could end up being what former LSU coach Paul Maneri would call a Jack Holstaff game.
Exactly.
You're using
It's
every
gotta
pitcher
be.
you got available.
Yeah. Based on the amount of innings they've played in the last 7 days, you almost have to think that's kind of what you're going to expect to see here. This popped up down the right field line. Right fielder running hard, and it's going to be a foul ball. That was Leapery out in right field chasing it, but couldn't catch up to it. Wasn't quite high enough for him to get there. But it drops just foul for the first strike. No balls, 1 strike.
We
one out,
cannot
and 1
see
on.
the right field line from this vantage point.
That
Lose it
little
behind the
spot,
first base dugout.
Right where that ball came down is about the only spot on that whole field that we can't see.
Yep.
This is fouled straight back. I think that one got the umpire.
Yeah, the bells are ringing.
Yep. And good job by Fontenot. He's going to try it out and bring the ball out to his pitcher and talk to him a little bit. That's as much to give the umpire a chance to catch his breath as anything. And he says, okay, I'm good, let's go. So Tate comes back, and we're going to play.
This is a very symmetrical ball field. 310 down the lines, 330 in the power alleys, 8-foot fence all around. That home run Mouton hit in the opener was a shot.
The 0-2 pitch from Menina. Curveball. Fontenot.
Nice! Oh no!
Fontenot throws down the first base.
I thought he had
Eagle
him.
fans and Eagle bench all thought he caught him. In fact, Chris, I thought he was more out than the guy at second base was earlier.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was a strike him out, throw him out there. So, the one we thought was out was safe. The one we thought was safe was out, and all balance is out.
Yep. 2 away. Now hitting third baseman.
I got it. No.
Okay, I had to kind of duck there. Third baseman Liam Dutu is at the plate. He bats 8th in the Trojan lineup. He bats with 2 out and a runner on first base in a tie ball game. This off the end of the bat, line drive foul over the first base dugout. Count stays 0-2. It's a curveball that doesn't break over the plate, stays high and inside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to get him to chase one, he didn't bite. This fastball low and away. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman Liam Dutu at the plate. Runner is going. Fastball on the outside. Pitches, throw down is high. But it's going to be called strike 3, so it doesn't matter. Dutu strikes out looking for the third out. Well, I tell you, Chris, here in the second inning, both teams each scored 1 run, but both teams looked like they were going to score a whole lot more than one run, but neither team did. We got a 1-1 game after 2.
Because both pitchers settled in and threw the pitches they needed.
Right.
Got a little defensive help. Nice job. Let's thank a few sponsors while we have a moment. Patterson State Bank, free checking, great rates, low down payment home loan options, and the best in mobile banking. PSB, quality community banking since 1925. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. Check our website for delivery options from our curb to yours. GJ Curbside. Oshner St. Mary, quality healthcare close to home. Lafayette Electric, 1207 Greenwood Street in Morgan City. Proud supporter of high school baseball in the Tri-City area. And Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335. I'd like to thank Central Lafourche head coach Lance Crochet and the Central Lafourche supporters for their hospitality here today and bringing KWBJ live to you from Matthews.
Chris, you know, we've really been treated really well, all these schools we've been to this year, I found. Now, of course, you spend a lot more time talking to the schools than I do, but it seems like everywhere we've been, by the people, you know, people in the press box where we setting up, and the coaches have been pretty accommodating.
Yeah, and we did it differently this year. We tried to bring you more road games than home games here, so you can see the games you might not otherwise be able to get to. And it's a little different for them. There aren't a whole lot of people doing what we're doing here at KWBJ, and they appreciate it.
And I've really enjoyed going to the different ballparks.
Yes.
I love that, you know. Not just seeing some good high school baseball games, but you know, just going to the different schools, seeing the different ballparks, and there's some pretty fine high school ballparks in our area.
Yep, and this is a nice one. We have seen some very nice parks, as you said.
This is off the handle. That's Menina, and he's going to be in for another hit. So Menina was actually hit by a pitch in the first inning, and that'll be an infield single.
Yeah, just kind of flared one right over Stepelkovich's head.
Yeah, it kind of hit it on the handle.
Yeah. Pertwee made a nice run at it from short and just couldn't get there.
That'll bring to the plate now the cleanup hitter, a shortstop, Greg Hamer. Hamer drew a walk in the first inning. Catcher throws down to first base, but I'm assuming we have a courtesy runner over there for the pitcher, Menina. I don't see a number. I can't pick up his number. There's a breaking ball. Hamer went after it, got a piece of it, drilled it into the ground.
Lineup card said Bryce Talbot was going to be the courtesy runner, but he's DHing now.
Yep. This pitch misses low and inside for a ball 2 balls and a strike. Here's a fastball for a call strike 2. That'll even the count, 2-2. Nobody out with a runner on first base for the Eagles. We're in the top of the third. Got a tie ball game, 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. Full count. Full count with no outs and a runner on base. Temperature has dropped a little bit. This is pounded into the dirt. Count stays full.
Got a text message late last night from Ben Harrington, the head coach of Vermillion Catholic. Of course, we did the VC Hansen game last night. He thanked us for coming. Said he hadn't had a chance to watch the game, but his mother had watched it, and she gave us a thumbs up.
Tell her thank you.
Comments you never hear from Vin Scully.
Yeah. And this pitch is fouled straight back into the net. Full count. Runner goes. This is popped up down the right field line. Back in that corner. And nobody's making any noise, so I'm assuming it's a foul ball. Chris, I want you to notice the pitcher, Stipovich, how high he kicks his front leg with a runner on base. Now that's fine with nobody on base, but if he continues to do that, you should see a lot of attempted stolen bases. This is pounded in the dirt. It's going to be, no one gets it. It gets under
nobody at third.
Nobody covering third. And I think they got him. Yep, somebody got over there in time to cover the bag. And the courtesy runner for Menina is caught there for the first out.
Yeah, for a brief moment, that looked like really heads-up base running, but even more heads-up fielding by Central Lafourche, recognizing what was going on, hustling over to make the play.
Swing and a miss for strike one. At the plate is third baseman Braden Mouton. Hamer's got some pretty good wheels. He's going to be looking to steal. If that pitcher keeps picking that left front leg, see how high? Actually, he didn't raise it as high that time. That pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Bergeron behind the plate, and Hamer will move to second base.
Yeah, it's a high kick, but it's a quick motion. But still, that's pretty old school.
Yep.
You know, you've seen over the years, pitchers' windups, especially pitching from the stretch, less and less motion.
Swing and a miss for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mouton, his first at-bat was in the first inning. He struck out swinging. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Oh, he thought about it.
He wanted it. He wanted it.
It's a breaking ball, low and away. Ball 2 evens the count at 2-2.
Good job holding off there.
Breaking ball, misses low and away. That'll run the count full. Mouton with the full count. I think it was Mouton that hit the home run in the previous game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, he blistered one over that left field fence. Breaking ball. It was close, but it's called a ball. Trojans don't like it, but it's correct call, I thought. It's a big curveball.
Yep.
So that'll bring to the plate catcher Tate Fontenot. He singled and scored the only Eagles run.
Very close pitch to be taking.
He did that. He led off the top of the second. Looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Ground ball down the third baseline. It's going to be foul. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 2 runners on base. We have them on first and second for the Eagles. Fontenot batting in the 6th hole. There's a breaking ball that stays inside. Ball 2.
The Central Lafourche fans getting a little more agitated. Tell you what, you're an umpire. You spend your whole life making half the people you meet unhappy.
I know. That's why I won't do it. I don't like that. And, you know, in the umpire's defense, there's a reason why he's standing behind home
Right,
plate.
yeah.
There's not a person in this ballpark that has a better look at it than he does. But fans,
Are you
and
kidding?
I'm one of them,
Oh,
so
come on.
I can tell
I
if
can
it's
see
a
it
half
much
inch
better
off,
from back here.
I can tell if it's a half inch off the corner of the plate that better than he can. Huh? 2-2 pitch, up and away. Counts run full. A lot of full counts.
Yep.
Means a lot of pitches. This is fouled.
There's another
in
one.
the dirt. Bounces into the net.
We
Count
talk
stays
about
full.
we talk about quality at bats, and I'm a believer in that theory that it's not just the results, it's the number of pitches you take to get there. They say you get a pitcher beyond 9 pitches in an at bat, it's a good at bat regardless of the outcome. And that's a good
Chasing
outcome
one.
for Stepelkovich.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 in the second out. Fontenot goes down swinging, 2 away. Runners still stand on first and second. And that will bring to the plate the DH, Bryce Talbot. Talbot reached safely on an error. On a close play, but first baseman didn't make the catch. Ball got away. Talbot made it to third base, unable to get in. This is fouled off straight back into the net, evens the count at 1-1. One pitch. Stipovich gets his signal. Pitch fastball low and inside for ball 2. 2-1. On deck for the Eagles is the right fielder Jack Leapery. This is going to be a base hit that's going to get through the hole between short and third. They're going to send the runner home. The throw coming home is off the mark. And scoring is Hamer for the Eagles' second run of the game. On the throw home, both runners move up. So runners will stand on second and third with 2 outs.
Nice piece of hitting by Talbot, excuse me.
Talbot singles. Stands on second. Braden Mouton, who drew a walk earlier, stands on third, and at the plate is Leapery, the right fielder. Checks his swing.
Yep.
And it's ball 1. One-0 pitch. Curveball. Comes over the plate for a call. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs and 2 runners on. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is fouled into the catcher's shin guards. And this is one where the umpire's returning the favor from earlier. He's going to pick up the foul ball and walk it out to the pitcher, giving the catcher Bergeron a chance to kind of collect himself. I think it got him on the shin guards. He doesn't seem
That's
to
what
be
it sounded
bothering.
like. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be affecting him very much. Count stays, a ball and 2 strikes.
Sounded like the right shin guard as opposed to the left.
Ooh, his fastball just off the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. I think Bergeron's having an equipment problem with his catcher's mitt. He's going to trade it in on a different one. Kind of works it around a little bit. Make sure it fits his hand the way he likes it. Baseball player's glove is such a personal thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You might love a particular glove that I wouldn't wear if you paid me, you know? It just depends, you know. If you like it, you like it. If it's
And sometimes
something
you
you're
can
comfortable
tell.
with, yeah.
You see those guys that have the webbing. I'm not the webbing. The
net, that's kind of the mesh. He sent one on a line drive right into his own dugout, and there was people doing some dancing in there.
Yeah, he's not going to get a nice greeting when he goes back to the dugout.
We have a full count with runners on second and third. Leapery at the plate. This pitch is up. Oh, this is going to throw this one in the left field. It looked like Bergeron changed his mind halfway through.
Yeah, realized that the third baseman was not covering, and it was too late. The ball was already on the way, or he was into the motion.
So Leapery will draw the walk. Talbot will advance to third, and Mouton comes in to score the second run this inning. So with runners on the corners, the 9-hole hitter, Connor Daigle, second baseman for the Eagles, steps in.
There's a runner.
The runner. Well, I think he wants to get caught in a rundown. He's looking to get caught in a rundown to see if they can get that run in. So he's going to go to second base. Defensive player, this is shortstop. I think he was looking at the runner at third, and Talbot, when he wasn't looking, just ran around him, got safe at second. So now runners stand second and third.
I'm a little surprised there was no argument from the Central Lafourche coaches about it possibly going out of the base path.
I was looking for the umpire to make a call. He didn't. Here's a fastball on the outside corner for a call, strike one. That's the first pitch to Daigle for 0-1 to count. Daigle struck out looking in the bottom of the second. This pitch misses outside, low and away. Ball one, strike one.
And for not quite through 3 innings, Stupelkovich's pitch count really must be getting high now.
Yeah, because this is his 18th hitter. Got a new glove, and ball popped out that glove. Didn't get very far away, so everybody has to stay put. 2 balls and a strike. Trojan defense playing straight away. There's a breaking ball. Throwing down to third. Going to come home with him. And he got him out. Caught him down too far.
Yeah, nice job by Central Lafourche there.
Caught stealing for the third out. Daigle will lead off the top of the fourth. He will still be at the plate. So in the middle of the third, the Eagles pick up 2 runs and a couple of hits. Actually 3 hits, 3 singles, and a walk. 2 walks, actually.
And we mentioned playoff possibilities from District 7-1A in Division 4 Select. In Division 4 Non-Select, you've got Centerville currently seated 8th, which would get them a bye in the first round. And that's the limit. There are 8 byes available in 4 non-select. They're sitting there at number 8. If they've dropped to number 9, they would be hosting in the first round. Centerville is playing Patterson, or they played Patterson earlier today. I don't have a result yet. And then credit to Coach Candela for being ambitious on Monday. Centerville is going to head to River Ridge and take on John Curtis Christian, who is currently the number 2 seed in Division I Select. They are a powerhouse.
Well,
That gets you some power points.
Yeah. So we will move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eagles on top 3-1. And the Trojans will start off with their 9-hole hitter. That's Brent Martin, the left fielder. Then they'll move to the top of the batting order. In shortstop, Keegan Pertwee. And he'll be followed by the DH, Sam Douglas. Douglas bats for the right fielder, Drake Horn. Swing and a miss as he chases a high fastball. Menina staying on the mound for the Eagles. Breaking ball called, strike 2, nothing in 2. This is Martin's first at bat. One ball, 2 strikes. This pitch misses and evens the count at 2-2. High and inside for ball 3 or ball 2. Ball 2.
I had 3. Was it 2?
I thought it, yeah, okay, now they put the 3 up on the board. I thought it was going to be ball 3, but took them a little while. This is popped up straight back behind us. Out of play. Sounded like that might have caught a car back there.
Very close.
Yeah, there's a house directly behind us with some windows not very far. Ooh, this pitch misses inside for ball 4. So the 9-hole hitter draws a walk to lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Trojans will go to the top of the order in Keegan Pertwee. Pertwee singled.
We talked about that last night. Cardinal sin for a pitcher is to give a free pass to the 9-hole hitter.
That's for sure. If he hits you, he hits you, but don't give him the free pass. Pertwee singled in the first inning and got caught up in the double play. He got forced at second base on the 4-6-3 double play.
Getting ready to see some activity in the Central Lafourche bullpen.
The 0-1 pitch. Pertwee square in the bunt. Menina goes to first. Martin back in time. Martin is a left fielder, so we will assume he's got some pretty good wheels. This pitch is up and away for a ball. That'll even count at a ball and a strike. Menina to first. Martin back easily. Martin takes a good lead. Doesn't go. Fontenot comes up ready to throw, but Martin stays put. They've seen Fontenot's arm through a game plus 3 innings now. They're not going to be.
They should have
risky.
some respect for him by now.
Yep. Tate Fontenot, junior catcher. This pitch misses inside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Can you see the Eagle bullpen? Have they got any
I can't see
yet,
it from
we
here.
Can't see it. Huh? The 3-1 pitch popped up. This will be on the infield. Second baseman calls for it and makes the catch. That's Daigle there. So leadoff hitter flies out to second. So with 1 away and 1 on, that's going to bring to the plate the DH, Sam Douglas. He popped up to Fontenot behind the plate in the first inning. Square in the bunt.
Runner goes.
Throws it back. Runner's going. That was a breaking ball in the dirt. Runner has a stolen base. Now stands on second. With 1 away and 1 ball, no strikes on Douglas, the DH. This pitch, fastball in the dirt, outside. 2-0 to count. Fontenot wants to talk to Menina.
And you know, we say that Central Lafourche should have some respect for Fontenot's arm at this point, but when your pitcher's struggling to hit the strike zone, that's the time to go ahead and challenge him anyway, because that's rougher on the catcher to have to come up with a tough catch and then make an accurate throw.
Especially off of a curveball, which takes a little longer to get there anyway. And then you bounce it to him. Makes it difficult to do. And especially if your base runner has some good speed and he gets a good jump, you almost have no chance, which is the right thing to do. He kept it in his pocket. Menina spins and throws to second. Martin back in time. Wanting to keep him close. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball, outside corner for a call, strike 1, 2-1 to count.
You know, Menina's got a pretty high kick too on his delivery.
Yeah, but not as high as Stipovich.
He's not as quick to the plate either.
No, it's a little bit slower. The batter, Douglas, steps out. Here's a fastball, low and away. That'll run the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Runner on second base. 3-1. Eagles lead. We're in the bottom of the third. There's a fastball on the outside corner for a call, strike 2 and a full count. Big pitch here for Menina. Like to get him out right here. Fastball misses. It'll be ball 4. Douglas will draw the walk. That'll put runners on first and second with 1 away. And that'll bring to the plate Elijah Groh, the first baseman. Groh hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the first inning, the end of first inning.
And walking the batter gives you that force for the possible double play again. Just trying to look on the bright side.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Fastball on the inside gets away from Fontenot. Both runners will advance. Menina comes in to cover home plate for just in case. Martin will stand on third base. Douglas is on second. At the plate, first baseman, Elijah Groh.
And Menina's pitch count has to be getting up there as well.
Yes, I'm sure it is. He's only faced, now we're in the third inning. He's faced 11 hitters, but he's had a lot of full counts, high balls counts.
Yeah, he's needing, seems like 6-7 pitches to get every batter.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Chases one curveball in the dirt, gets away, and 1 run will score, 1 run will move over. Swung at the breaking ball. It was in the dirt. So Martin will score.
Yeah, and this time Fontenot had no idea what direction it had gone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now you got the tying run 90 feet away. And still only 1 out. This becomes a big batter for Menina.
Got a ball and 2 strikes. Groh bats in the 3-hole. There's a breaking ball that stays outside. Evens the count at 2-2. This is popped up foul behind the third base dugout, out of play. Actually, that's flying towards the track back there where they got a track meet going on.
It's in the meet.
Can you imagine you're running the 220 around that corner and here comes a baseball at you? That could affect your time. 2-2 to count. There's a breaking ball, stays outside to run the count full, another full count.
Well, you know, I was concentrating hard on my camera work a little while ago, and all of a sudden, got hit in the side of the head with a rubber baseball. You know where that came from. That'll wreck your concentration.
Yeah, it'll do that. Just be glad it was a soft rubber baseball.
Yep.
I did hear a young man behind us apologize.
He did.
Full count pitch. Swing and a miss.
Big strikeout.
Strikeout, yeah, big strikeout here as Groh goes down swinging for the second out. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Andrew Stipelkovich. Him. The pitcher. In the second inning, he walked, stole a base, and scored a run.
Yeah, any ball put in play likely would have scored the tying run there. So that's a big strikeout.
Here's a fastball on the outside corner, a pretty pitch from Menina for a call, strike 1. Runner stands on third base with 2 outs. Here's a breaking ball. Pretty curved, but it just stayed up a little bit.
Just hung it up on a clothesline a little bit there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. It's the cleanup hitter at the plate. This fastball misses outside.
A lot of activity going on over in the Central Lafourche bullpen now.
This popped up into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looks
2
mostly
outs.
it's like guys kind of loosening up over there. Looks like they're really trying to heat up.
Especially with 2 outs. If they are, or they are already warmed up, one or the other. There's a breaking ball in the dirt.
Good stop by Fontenot.
Fontenot did a good job blocking it, kept it in front of him. Another full count.
Got to be nimble back there with a runner on third.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Game tying run on third base. Swing and a miss.
Got him.
He dodges a bullet, gets away, gave up 1 run. A walk that scored, a leadoff walk that scored, Chris, one of those. But the Trojans pick up 1 run after 3 complete innings of play. The Eagles have 3 and the Trojans have 2.
Thanks to Lapco Manufacturing. Feel safe, work smart, look good with Lapco FR. www.lapco.com. Taco Bell in Morgan City and Bayou Vista open late night. Delivery through DoorDash. Bayou Vista Fitness Center. Bayou Bend Fitness Center. 1209 Northwest Boulevard in Franklin. A healthier you begins at Bayou Bend. Conrad Industries, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all of our local teams good luck. And Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. 611 Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Stabelkovich comes out for the 4th for Central Lafourche. 3-2 lead for Central Catholic.
Yeah, the Eagles will start the top of the 4th inning with their 9-hole hitter. And that is Connor Daigle. He was at the plate when the 3rd out was made in the previous inning.
We have had some really fast-paced games this year, but tonight this was just kind of dragging.
Well, as we were talking earlier, both pitchers have thrown, even though the score is only 3-2, both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches, a lot of full counts, and a lot of full count foul balls.
We're an hour and 20 minutes into this one, and only 3 innings played.
And generally, you allow 2 hours for a high school baseball game.
Well, that's what they did when they scheduled the doubleheader for 4 and 6.
Yeah.
They missed that by an hour.
Yeah, because the second game ended up starting at 7:10.
7:10.
And we came here prepared for a 6 o'clock start.
We weren't late.
First pitch misses inside to Daigle. Daigle struck out looking in the top of the 2nd inning. There's a fastball, high and tight. Ball 2-0. Eagles looking for base runners, any kind of way you can get on. He grounds out into the dirt. First baseman Grove makes the catch, trots over to first base, it's unassisted. 1 away. So that'll take us to the top of the batting order. And coming up is center fielder Lucas Pickens. Pickens 0 for 2 on the night. He flied out to right field to start the game, and he struck out in the second inning. First pitch is fouled off for strike one. This pitch bounces in front of the plate for ball one. Ball one, strike one, one out. Swing and a miss at the fastball. One ball, two strike pitch. Ooh, that was close. Fastball on the outside corner misses. Evens the count at 2-2. This off the handle, fouled back into the net.
Just protecting the plate there.
Yep. The count stays even at 2-2. This pitch misses inside for ball three and a full count. Another one.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat here.
Ooh, he nailed him. Hit him in the back. And I know, Chris, you've heard me say this before. There's nothing worse than getting hit with ball four. He's going to get a free ride anyway. Didn't have to hit him, huh?
Nope.
You going to hit me? Hit me when I got two strikes and no balls on. Not with ball four. So Pickens draws a walk for actually a hit by pitch. And he'll be on first base as Thomas Nene comes to the plate. Pickens is going, and he'll be in without a throw. The pitch was low. Shorts hopped it, but Bergeron does a good job keeping it in front of him. So Pickens with a stolen base will stand on second base. At the plate, Thomas Nene. Nene grounded out to the shortstop twice, once in the first inning, once in the second inning. He's got a 2-0 count here. This is a fastball on the inside corner for a call, strike one. Thomas Nene is your Eagle left fielder. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. It's going to be a slow roller.
Oh, he didn't. I don't think he tagged him.
The two umpires are looking at each other.
I don't think he made the tag.
Yeah, neither umpire has made a call yet. All the coaches and fans have made the call. I don't know what's taking umpires so long. Yeah.
I wish I could run this back. I think he missed him.
Yeah. Did he stay in the
Yeah,
base
well,
path?
that comes into play too.
Yeah, it was close. He's got 3 feet on either side of the line, so I don't know if he went far enough out to call him. Nope, he's gonna be ruled safe. Umpires talk about it. And Nene will be safe. Now, Pickens has moved over to third base. Nene's safe at first. So, Chris, I guess we're going to have to call out an error, huh? On the first baseman?
I don't know.
He had the ball.
You know the rules better than I do.
He should have tagged him.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the error on it. It was close.
Credit Nene, though.
Well, the scoreboard didn't give him an error. They given him a hit, so
Okay.
we'll do the same.
Yeah, credit
'Cause
Nene
they're,
slowing down in the base path to help make sure Pickens got that extra 90 feet, and then all of a sudden at the last minute, dodges out of the way. Kind of similar to what we saw on that.
Yeah, on the run down the 10th. Yeah.
On the what was attempted to be a double steal.
Runner goes without a throw with that runner on third base. He was pretty safe that he would be okay down there. That takes the force off everywhere. Runners now stand on second and third. The pitch was a ball. 1-0 to count. At the plate is your pitcher, Cade Menina. He was hit by a pitch and he singled. One ball, one strike on Menina.
Menina came into the day hitting .354. A one-run lead. He'd love to get a hold of something here.
He chases one, swings and misses. Strike two, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Menina bats in the 3-hole. On deck is the cleanup hitter, Gregory Hamer. This pitch is in the dirt for a ball 2. Bergeron puts his body in front of it and blocks it, keeps it close enough to where Pickens has to stay at third base.
Safe move with 1 out. No,
One out,
no force anywhere.
And 3-hole hitter at the plate with 1 out. You know? So you got 3 and 4 coming up. You don't want to take any chances.
Oh,
this fastball on a big old outside corner.
Yep.
So he looks at strike 3 for the second out. That'll bring Greg Hamer, the shortstop and cleanup hitter, to the plate. 2 outs, runners on second and third. This is popped up, out of play, straight back. It's almost amazing that he didn't hit a vehicle back there somewhere.
Bounced off a truck on the other side of the street.
Oh, it did.
In the driveway on the other side of the
He
street.
hit it on the bounce, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't in the air, so that's a little bit better, but you can still put a dent in it. This pitch misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, the houses behind here are pretty close.
Yeah, I know. Kind of a half-hearted swing for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Greg
Kinda
would like to have that one back.
Yeah, he swung, but wasn't sure he wanted to, I think.
Oh,
There's
got
a
him again.
fastball on that outside corner, called strike 3. So Stapolkovich fights his way out of it, picks up a couple strikeouts with runners on second and third.
And the Eagles have left some runners in scoring
Yep.
position.
Yes, they have. So in the middle of the 4th inning, Central Catholic Eagles 3, Central Lafourche Trojans 2.
Let's talk a little more about playoff possibilities. Looking at Division III non-select in our area. And how about the Berwick Panthers?
I know.
Coming off a state championship in which they graduated everybody. And we had the
every starter.
new coach, new head coach, Cody Ortego coming in for the first year. Having to use that R word at the beginning of the year. It's a rebuild. And they looked like it when we saw them early in the year. They looked like a team rebuilding. But I tell you what, they came on strong at the end. They beat Edie White the other night, and I believe they got their district championship.
Yeah, I think they might be right. I know they like I said, they started out 0-5.
Yep.
You know, but they got experience. They had good ball players. They were just inexperienced, evidently.
And
second half of the season, they've lit it up.
They have worked their way to the 15th seed in Division III non-select, which is good enough to host in the first round. Doing one more game tonight, looking for a little bit of a PowerPoint padding as they are they're hosting Lutcher tonight. Lutcher is number 1 in Division II non-select right now. So that could help them out. Right now, Berwick looking at the 15 seed, like to maybe possibly move up to 14 or so. Patterson is seeded 26, West St. Mary 31st. Doesn't look like West St. Mary definitely not going to make the playoffs. And I don't think Patterson's got a couple of games left, but I don't think there's a enough PowerPoint improvement there for them to possibly make it.
Now, Krista, this is your expertise, is the playoffs. And how much does it matter whether Berwick wins or loses against Letcher? The fact they're playing them is a good thing, I know.
They're going to get some PowerPoint help just by virtue of playing them. They
Right.
certainly get more if they win the game.
So it does make a difference. I would assume it would.
Oh,
But,
absolutely.
yeah. But the simple fact that they play in an up in class matters, I know. Getting the butt down to Menina. He's going to first. It's in time. That was the center fielder, Drew Grabert. He's out, 1-3. And that will bring to the plate second baseman, Holden Falgout. Falgout singled in the second inning. One away. Yeah, fastball, that's a strike sometimes, but not this time.
The original schedule had Central Lafourche coming to Berwick Monday for a non-district game on the last day of the regular season, but that game has been canceled.
This is popped up straight back out of play behind the first base dugout. Back into the parking lot. I didn't hear anything over there, so must have missed the cars. One ball, one strike, one out. Menina gets his sign and delivers. Fastball, another one, looked pretty good. I'm going to assume he thought it was a little bit high. Not very much. This one's in there for a call, strike two, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All fastballs in this at-bat. And there's a breaking ball that misses. And Chris, guess what? We have a
Full count.
We've had a whole lot of them. It don't look like that streak is going to end anytime soon. This is pounded into dirt on a big hop to Menina. Flips it to first base. And the second out, 1-3. So with 2 outs and nobody on, that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Trip Bergeron. Bergeron struck out swinging in the second inning. This is his second at bat. Nobody on, 2 outs. There's a fastball on that outside corner for the call, strike 1. It's a foul tip for strike 2. Nothing in 2 to count. Bergeron's had a fun time behind the plate too, blocking balls in the dirt. Done a good job back there though.
Both catchers have been very active tonight.
Right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a fastball that misses outside, low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty. This is popped up into the net and then over the net, out of play. Count stays 2-2. This is a pitch Menina would like to get him to swing at this one and get him here. He doesn't want to go to the full count again. But
there we go.
Fastball low and away for the full count. And it's the first pitch full count, so it will probably be fouled off.
He got the leadoff hitter in just 1 or 2 pitches.
Yeah.
But old habits are hard to break.
I know. Here's a bouncing ball caught by the third baseman. Trouble getting it out of his glove. And did he
the
hang
play.
on? Yeah, he hung on.
Nice job.
Wasn't sure if he did. It took him a little while to get it out of his glove and made a strong throw.
Yeah,
That's Mouton out there at third base.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, he was moving so quickly, he needed the time to kind of get his balance, get his feet set. Throw was a little low, but nice dig by the first baseman.
Okay, so for the first time since the first inning, Menina, 3 up, 3 down. So we've completed 4 innings of play here. And the Eagles lead the Trojans by a score of 3-2. Chris, a very similar game to the one we saw earlier, the first game. It was pretty much the same thing.
Close all the way.
Yeah. Well, a little bit different. I think the Trojans got out to a 4-0 lead, but then the Eagles came back, scored a couple, then came back later and scored 1 or 2 more, and then took the lead. And then
let me knock out some sponsors here, and then we can talk about the new pitcher that just came into the game for Central Lafourche. Patterson State Bank, free checking, great rates, low down payment home loan options, and the best in mobile banking. PSB, quality community banking since 1925. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. Check our website for delivery options from our curb to yours. GJ Curbside. Oshner St. Mary, quality health care close to home. Lafayette Electric, 1207 Greenwood Street in Morgan City, proud supporter of high school baseball in the Tri-City area. And Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
Looks like
number 16.
Looks like number 16, and that is Cooper Glenn. And I'm assuming that's not Glenn Cooper, the way they have it listed here.
It is Cooper Glenn.
Cooper Glenn.
He pitched. He only made 1 game appearance in district for Central Lafourche in a start, and he only went 2.1 innings in that game. We won't talk about his ERA. It's a very large number for an ERA.
Well, I don't know about all of that, but I can say Cooper Glenn. So my job just got easier. What's up? Oh, hey, the Diane from Julieville. Got a little shout-out request over here. A young lady by the name of Julie Verrett wants to shout out her friend in Baton Rouge who's looking in right now, Diane. Right. So, hello, Diane. Glad you could join us today. Hope you're enjoying the ball game.
And we'll do anything like this in Baton Rouge?
Yeah. I know.
You got to come down to Bayou to see some high school baseball live on the web. Hope you're enjoying it here on KWBJ Live.
Yes, Miss Julie Verrett is the grandmother of Tate Fontenot, the Eagle catcher.
Well, I'm sure she's enjoying this game.
Absolutely. At the plate is the third baseman, Braden Mouton, just made the third out for the Eagles. Made the out as a defensive player. 3-0 to count. So Cooper Glenn looking for his first strike. And he doesn't find it. Mouton draws the walk. He'll go down to first base. And the catcher, Tate Fontenot, stepping in. Fontenot has, he's 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run. And he struck out swinging in the third. So he's 1 for 2 on the day. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back. Looks at the call, strike 1.
And for Central Lafourche coach Lance Crochet, you go to your bullpen the first time of the night. The one thing you don't want to see is a 4-pitch walk to start things off.
Fontenot was taken all the way on that one, I believe. He squared around the bunt, but I don't think he was really looking to bunt. Check swing, but it's going to be called a strike. Nothing in 2. The Eagles would like to add a couple of runs. Swing and a miss. Going down swinging for the first out.
And that's a nice response to come back from a 4-pitch walk to a 3-pitch strikeout.
That's true. That'll bring to the plate the DH, Bryce Talbot. Talbot reached on the error and singled. Got caught stealing. Tries to get the bunt down the third base line. Rose foul. Talbot is the DH, and he bats for the Eagles' first baseman, Ben Case.
We haven't had too much night baseball this season.
No. It's a different game at night, though. The lights makes a difference.
I remember the night games from the Mosquitoes.
Yeah. And we've, even though it's cool, not cold, but a little cool.
Yeah.
Still have a few mosquitoes out there tonight.
For the middle of April.
Yep.
It's a chilly night.
Nothing in one. I'm sorry, 1-1. Last pitch was a ball. Glenn goes to first. Mouton back in plenty of time. Mouton looking to get a big lead. Might try to get the second base here. Nope. This is popped up, out of play behind the third base dugout, onto the track behind us.
Trying to run the high jump pit, but they finished high jump a little while ago.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out and 1 on. Glenn is a left-hander. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to steal on them left-handers because they're looking at you. And they can raise that front foot and still step towards first base with it. More easily than a right-handed pitcher can make that. They don't have to turn to throw. This is fouled straight back in the net. The count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base umpire has to watch more closely on the balk calls for a lefty than a righty.
They're more obvious on the righty. He's gone.
There goes.
And this is in the dirt. It's going to bounce over the catcher's head into the net. Runner was going before the ball got away from the catcher, so it is a stolen base.
Yeah, that looked like it hit the lip of the plate and
yeah, I think it
bounced
did.
up over the catcher's head.
Yeah, he had no chance at that. No chance. Like it not only bounced over his head, but it was about 20 feet up in the net. 2-2's the count. It's a little soft liner that's going to get over the first baseman's head. They're going to hold a runner at third base. Good throw comes in. Good move by holding him at third. So runners now on the corners. Talbot gets a single.
It's his second hit of the game, right?
Yep, his second hit. He's 2 for 3. He singled in the third. Got caught stealing at third base.
Nice job. I generally don't talk about batting averages when they're not very high, but Talbot came into the day just hitting 194. He comes up with 2 hits on the night.
Well, he's 2 for 3, but he's gotten on base every at bat because he reached on an error. And Coach Crochet wants to talk to Glenn and his whole infield, decide how they're going to play this. Runs are very, very important in this game. We've got a 1-run game. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 1-run game, 3-2, Eagles lead. But they have runners on the corners with 1 away. They are in the 8 hole in their batting. In their batting order, Jack Leapery coming to the plate. Leapery is 0 for 1. He reached on the fielder's choice in the second, and he walked in the third. Got left on base both times.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
Okay, so Cooper Glenn only faced 3 hitters. Walked 1, struck out 1, gave up a single. Let's see who's going to go to the mound. Well, we have a little meeting on the mound. I don't know if he's making a change
People
or
throwing in the bullpen.
if he's going to make
Glenn
a
has
move.
left the field. I think he did.
I don't know. I can't see the numbers of the people on the
Didn't
mound.
I see him leave the field?
I didn't notice. I can't say he didn't. We're sure having a very long discussion out there.
Yeah, I'm surprised the umpire's letting this one go this long.
It's the longest they've ever let anybody talk about it tonight, that's for sure.
Well, the home plate umpire's wandering around in front of home plate.
Well, he went to the mound. He talked to Coach Crochet. Then he went to the Eagle bench, talked to Coach Hidalgo.
I think
Now he's taking a stroll, and I mean a stroll, just kind of meandering towards the third base dugout. I mean, I don't think you can let him. Okay, now we got a guy on the mound.
and I
Let's see
believe
if we
this
get
is 17.
17. I have that as
would be
Bo Champagne.
Bo Champagne, who was a little more active than Glenn was in district for Central Lafourche. He pitched 4.2 innings in 2 games, both relief appearances. Struck out 5 batters, but walked 7. His ERA also not very good, better than Glenn's, but not good at all. So we talked earlier about the possibility of Coach Brent Hidalgo having to take the Jack Holstaff method to pitching this game, and that looks like it's going to be Coach Crochet, who's having to pull out all the stops and use whatever arm he's got available.
When Stopelkovich came out, did you notice when he left the mound if he left the game? Because he is their cleanup hitter.
I did not notice. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and I don't know how the fans will feel about this, but I'm going to zoom into all the pitch, at least the outfield positions real quick. See if I can catch a number. Can't see a number.
Yeah, Stopelkovich is number 1, if that helps you. But like I said, he bats in the cleanup spot, so I was just wondering if he stayed in the game.
That might be him in right field.
And I just got
Double steal.
And he's safe at home. Sent him down to first base. Going down to second base is Talbot. And Mouton comes in to score. As that was happening,
Pitch was a ball.
I had a fan tell me that Stopelkovich is in right field. Now, we had Ben, I'm sorry, not Ben, but I'm on the wrong page here. Drake Horn was the right fielder. And he was being DH'd for. This is fouled straight back into the catcher. I think it hit him in the face mask, Chris. I couldn't really tell you for sure. It sounded like it hit a face mask.
Probably so, and
He
like we
seems
saw
to be
earlier,
okay.
the umpire takes care of getting the pitcher a new ball.
Yeah.
Gives the catcher a moment to clear the cobwebs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Lee Perry at the plate. Lee Perry calls time. Lee Perry 0 for 1. Reached on the fielder's choice and walked. This pitch, breaking ball, gets away from Bergeron. Talbot moves to third base. So Talbot will stand on third. The 8-hole hitter, Jack Leapery, is at the plate with a 2-2 count, and it's one away. This is fouled straight back into the net. Got a full count. Curveball misses outside for ball 4. So Leapery draws a walk. That'll leave the Eagles with runners on the corners, first and third, and bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, Connor Daigle. Daigle is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the second and grounded out to the first baseman in the fourth.
There goes a runner.
On first is gone. Bergeron fakes the throw, but everybody's safe. So now Leapery will stand on second. Talbot's on third. And Daigle, I believe that pitch was a ball. They didn't put it up on the board.
I didn't see the call either. I'm guessing ball.
Yep. Okay, Daigle squares around the bunt, but fouls it straight back into the net. We're going to call it 1-1, but we're not sure. Evidently, the scoreboard operator isn't either.
Now he is.
Okay, and we were right. It is 1-1. Hidalgo had some words of wisdom for Daigle. Now we're ready to play. Bo Champagne on the mound now. He's the third pitcher today in this game for the Trojans. Squared around the butt, pulls it back. It's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Daigle, the 9-hole hitter, will move to the top of the batting order. After this. Ooh, this gets away from the pitcher, then gets away from the catcher. And another run will score. That'll be Talbot racing home. He's safe at home without a play. Leapery moves over to third base. Eagles have picked up 2 runs here. Now lead 5-2. Still batting with a runner on third. The pitch was a ball, so it's 3 balls and a strike on the 9-hole hitter, Daigle. Daigle squares the bunt, bunts it down the first base line, but foul. That runs the count full. And Champagne has his first full count. That throw came from a coach, y'all, not from a player. Your first base coach threw that over everybody.
Got balls flying everywhere tonight.
Whew. I don't know. He called it a strike, so that makes it a strike, but man, I don't know. Strike 3 looking. With a second out, we'll go to the top of the batting order. And Lucas Pickens. Pickens is 0 for 2. Got hit by a pitch once. Struck out once. Flied out to right field once. Two outs and a runner on third. This is ground ball bouncing into the third base dugout. Nice play there by Coach Crochet.
Yeah, he
Made a
fielded that
strong
one
throw
nicely.
back to the pitcher, too. Barehanded that. Turn around and fire the strike. This is going to be a ground ball. It's going to get through the hole between first baseman and the second baseman. So Pickens signals in a run. He'll stand on first base as Lee Puri comes in to score. Eagles have picked up 3 runs here in the 5th inning. That'll make it 6-2. And opening up a little bit of cushion here. Now coming to the plate is the 2-hole hitter, Thomas Nene. Nene is 1 for 3 tonight. Grounded out twice to the shortstop. And he singled, got left on base back in the 4th inning. We're in the top of the 5th.
This has been a long inning.
Yes, it has.
Cool night. Caleb Menina is standing on deck for the Eagles. And as long as he's been over on the sideline, even though he's pitching pretty well, I got to wonder if we're going to see him come out for the bottom of the 5th.
Not sure.
At least on the mound.
And the pitcher
Get a balk.
The pitcher committed a balk. I didn't exactly see what he did, but the umpires did. And Pickens will move to second base. So he'll stand on second with 2 outs and an 0-1 count on Nene. Yeah, first pitch from Champagne to Nene was a beautiful curveball that just catches the outside corner. Here's a fastball on the inside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Nene. Oh, and he swings at this breaking ball in the dirt, and it bounces back to the fence, and Nene struck out, but it goes in the book as a wild pitch.
Yeah, alertly by Nene because he knew what was going on immediately.
So he'll stand on first. Pickens went to third on the play, and that'll bring to the plate Menina, who is 1 for 2, and he got hit by a pitch, struck out, and singled. Got left on base twice. This fastball's high and tight for ball 1.
Again, cannot see the bullpen area on the visitor side at all, so I don't know if anybody's warming up for Central or not.
Whoa, there's another one. High and a little bit tighter this time. 2-0. Yeah, it's a breaking ball, stays inside. Ball 3. I think Champagne wanted that one, Chris. He looked a bit disappointed when he didn't get it. 3-0's the count to Menina. Runners on the corners. There's a fastball on the outside corner for a call strike 1.
As we continue on, we are now in the 3rd hour of this game, and if I were the home plate umpire at this point, my strike zone starts getting a little bit wider.
Yep. This is a foul tip.
Oh,
And he threw it into right field. There's a foul tip. And made a poor throw and went into left field, and Pickens scores.
and I believe that's the 2nd time we've seen the Eagles score a run on a bad pickoff attempt at third.
Yeah, I think so. At least twice. Yeah. So they hadn't put it up on the board yet, but I think that's the 4th run of this inning, putting the Eagles up 7-2. 3 balls and a strike. Wasn't it 3-1 before that pitch?
Yeah, I think it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, I think it was 3-2.
Well, now it's a walk.
But it doesn't matter because that's ball 4. And Menina draws the walk, leaving runners on first and second, and that brings to the plate the 4-hole cleanup hitter, who's also the 9th hitter of this inning.
Here comes Coach Crochet again. Courtesy runner has come in at first base for Menina.
Yeah. And it wasn't going to change.
And we're
going
to get another pitching change for Central Lafourche. This will be number 20.
20. Who is, I don't see it.
Brennan Bryant.
Brennan Bryant. See, on my list, I don't have him. Oh, there he is, yeah, at the bottom. There wasn't enough room. Brennan Bryant.
This is a young roster for Coach Crochet. He's only got 4 seniors on the team. He's got Drake Horn, who I believe had started, but is not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Brady Dufresne, Elijah Grow, and Brant Martin are the only seniors, but he's got 12 juniors. So that's the kind of numbers that kind of get you thinking,
yeah.
I'm gearing up for a run next year.
Yeah. Wait till next year. Yeah, I think what's happened after Stapelkovich went out to right field, and Horn was out there, and he was being DH'd for. So I think these pitchers have all come in for Horn in the batting order, which is not in the batting order. They're all being DH'd. So 2 outs, and we're going to have runners on the corners for cleanup hitter Greg Hamer. Hamer is also the Eagles' shortstop. Okay, so Bryant completes his warm-up tosses.
I wouldn't mind if they just let the music keep playing.
I know you like that, huh?
I like a little Bruno now and then.
Yeah. Oh, is that who that was?
Bruno Mars.
I think if he wouldn't have performed at halftime of the Super Bowl a few years ago, I'd have no idea who he was. Before he did, I didn't know who he was. And I think I've heard his name a few times since then. But anyway, I'm more of a classic rock and roll kind of guy. There's a call, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
KWBJ does not own the rights to any music heard during this web stream.
Hamer is 1 for 2. This is popped up high. It's going to stay on the infield. Third baseman Dutu calls for it and makes the catch for the 3rd out.
We have seen very few flyouts in this game. That might have been the first one.
Oh no, we've had a few. We had a catcher caught 1, a third
right.
baseman for Eagles caught 1. That I can remember. Let me see. The leadoff hitter hit a fly ball.
Yep.
The first hitter of the baseball game was Pickens. He hit a fly ball to right field for the out.
That tells you how long the game's been.
Yeah, it's been a while. And let's see. I don't see too many. That one. And for the Eagles, that's the only 2 fly ball outs I see. We had a few on the other side. But in either case, we're in the middle of the 5th inning. The Eagles managed to put 5 runs across the board in the top of the 5th, or excuse me, 4 runs. Yeah, they scored 4 and now lead by a score of 7-2.
Let's talk a little more playoff baseball, getting into Division II non-select, where the Assumption Mustangs, who were a 3 seed last year, that was an impressive run, And another team that had a bit of a rebuild this year, lost a lot. But they came on strong towards the end and worked their way all the way up to number 9. They'd love to get their way up to number 8 where they would get a bye. They have to host if they stay at number 9. They've got Central Lafourche at home tomorrow, and then they'll go to Sanoma on Monday, try to improve that power rating a little bit. If they stay at number 9, they would see the number 24 seed at home in the opening round. And right now, the number 24 seed is the Morgan City Tigers. So we could be looking at Assumption versus Morgan City in the first round of the Division II playoffs.
And there's a 2 out of 3?
That's 2 out of 3.
There's 2 out of 3.
First 3 rounds in the upper divisions are best 2 out of 3 before they get to Sulphur.
And Menina does stay on the mound for the Eagles. And the Trojans are starting off the bottom of the 5th with their 8-hole hitter and third baseman, Liam Dutu. He's the person who just caught the third fly ball out. This off the handle, goes straight back into the net. Strike 2, nothing in 2 to count on Dutu. Oh, 2 pitch from Menina. Fastball just below the knees for ball 1. Tough pitch. That's a good pitch with 2 strikes, but hard one to lay off of if you'd have hit her. But he kept his fingers crossed and he won on that one. His fastball low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dutu is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the second. This is only his second at bat. Another fastball that misses outside. So Menina got out in front, 0-2. It's now a full count. And this is fastball inside for the walk. So the 8-hole hitter, Dutu, draws the walk. He'll stand on first base. 9-hole hitter and left fielder, Brent Martin, will come to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. He leveled off the bottom of the 3rd with a walk, stole a base, and scored a run. Menina gives up another leadoff walk. Here's a fastball, misses outside. Ball 1.
That's at least 3 times a leadoff runner has gotten on for Central Lafourche.
Yep. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 3 times. 3 out of 5.
Oh, that gets by Fontenot.
Dutu moves to second base. And Chris, after getting ahead 0-2, that's 6 straight balls from Menina. And that's 6 straight balls to the 8 and 9-hole hitters. And Martin goes after this one. Off the handle, fouls it straight back into the net for strike 1.
Now let's remind you, this is the 6th game in 7 days for Central Catholic. So we don't know what Coach Hidalgo has as far as available pitchers. Not only just from the fact of, you know, how rested guys are, but there are pitch counts to be considered in high school baseball.
I never even thought about that. I'm just thinking of tired arms. That one totally gets away from him. Way outside. Bounces to the net. Runner moves to third base. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, there are limits to how many pitchers pitches a pitcher can throw per week, and I believe in a 3-day period.
Oh yeah, that too. Huh?
We mentioned at the top of the telecast, Vermilion Catholic beat Covenant Christian by forfeit which was Covenant Christian's only loss in District 7-1A, and that came due to a pitcher exceeding the pitch count, exceeding his pitch limit.
Menina walks the 9-hole hitter, so that'll put runners on first and second base, and the Trojans will move on up to the top of the batting order. In Keegan Pertwee. Keegan Pertwee, who is 1 for 2. He singled in the first inning and he flied out to the second baseman in the third inning.
And now there is somebody warming up for Central Catholic.
Squaring the bunt, throwing down the second. They're going to cut it off. No, they didn't cut it off. I think they tried a little trick play that backfired.
Yeah.
So Dutu scores. And Martin has a stolen base and stands on second base with nobody out. It was a strike. So no balls and a strike to Pertwee. There's a fastball on that outside corner. Nothing in 2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first. 1 run has scored this bottom of the 9th. 7-3, Eagles lead. Yeah. Oh, I think he wanted to call it. He started to, and then he stopped.
I've never seen an umpire do that.
You can see him. He was winding up to crank him.
Yeah.
And then, now he is. I saw him look towards Coach Hidalgo in the Eagle dugout, pointed to his chest, tapped his chest, said, "Yeah, it was my mistake. I'm sorry." But it's still a ball.
Yep.
And the crowd noticed too, Chris. It wasn't just us. Oh, wow. That was one that just he forgot to let go of, it looked like. That's in the dirt and evens the count at 2-2. Martin moves to third base.
Started to make the motion, though.
Yeah.
And the Central Catholic fans are now going to remind the umpire.
Regularly, too. In case he forgot. There's a breaking ball that stays inside, and we have, guess what, another full count. There's a bouncing ball to third. Unable to make the running catch at third base. Bounces into the outfield. Another run scores. So Pertwee, safe on the error. He'll stand at first base. 2 runs have scored. 2-hole hitter Sam Douglas. He is 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher, and he walked once. He walked back in the third inning. "7-4 is your score now, as the Trojans have picked up 2 runs here. These 8 and 9-hole hitters that walked to start this inning have both scored. Menina calls strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count. Menina with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Call strike 2. Nothing in 2. To Sam Douglas, the DH. Douglas is DHing or now for the pitchers. He was DHing for Drake Horn in right field, but now Horn is out. Now 0-2 again goes to 1-2. Retreat with a big lead on first base. And he started to go and then had to quickly get back. Gets back in time, but he was leaning towards second.
Yeah, Medina's got a good move to first.
Retreat gets a big lead. And he's going.
There he goes.
Swing and a miss. And the throw is going to go into center field. Going to throw down to third. And it slides under the tag. The ball got there.
Hey, they call him out.
Call him out. Okay. Home plate umpire said he was out. So that's a big out. A strike him out, throw him out. So he's still standing on the bag.
So we got the strikeout.
Yeah, the strikeout we got.
And who's that in center field? He made that throw, right?
That's Pickens.
That's Pickens.
Yeah,
That was
Lucas
a heck of a
Pickens.
throw.
Yeah.
That ball just sailed on Fontenot, who really came out from behind the plate strong. Looked like he was all the time in the world to make the throw, and it just sailed on him. But Pickens really got over there in a hurry and then just threw a dart to third base.
Yeah, it was a good the throw got there in time. Now, I couldn't tell if he tagged him before or he missed him or he slid under the tag. The base umpire called him safe. Then the home plate umpire called him out. And Coach Crochet, not a happy camper over there.
Long discussion there between Coach Crochet and the home plate umpire. And then the base umpire gets involved for some reason. I think he let the home umpire handle his business, and now Pertwee has finally headed for the dugout. So I guess we do have 2 outs.
And it'll go in the book as a caught stealing. 2-8-5. Stole second, got greedy. And now it's just like that. It's 2 away and the bases are empty. And coming to the plate is the first baseman, Elijah Grow.
A chance for Menina to get out of this inning. Eagles staked him to a 5-run cushion in that last inning. We mentioned that was a long top of the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a long time Menina was off the mound. And I was starting to wonder there if he was going to be able to finish up the 5th. Now he's got an opportunity.
Yeah, well, that evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike on first baseman Elijah Grow. Grow is 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play in the first inning and struck out swinging in the third. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Called strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty. Okay, looks like Grow's trying to fire up his bench over there. Not a lot of success, a little bit. There's a breaking ball that stays outside to even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs have scored. In the bottom of the 5th, Eagles lead 7-4. Goes after the breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Grounds it foul into the third base dugout. Count stays 2-2. It's a foul tip for strike 3 and the third out. So Grove goes down swinging for 3 away. So we've played 5 complete, Chris, after 5 complete. Central Catholic Eagles, 7. Central Lafourche Trojans, 4.
I apologize if you're watching the scoreboard. I don't know how our inning dropped down to 3rd, but that was the 5th inning, and we're heading for the 6th now.
Yep.
Let me quick shout out to all of our sponsors: Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Bayou Bend Fitness Center, Conrad Industries, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Patterson State Bank, GJCurbside.com, Oshner St. Mary, Lafayette Electric, and Allen's Communications. Special shout out to Eric Lynn over there at GJ Curbside. Since we started this back in the COVID year, we kind of switched to, really not switched, but really started making a more concerted effort with this single camera straight to the web. And GJ Curbside has sponsored everything. Eric has been a fantastic supporter of sports in the area. He's got, I think his kids all go to Central Catholic, but he's been in everything for us, and we appreciate it.
He went to Central, didn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's the 3rd generation over there at G&J. His grandfather started that business many, many years ago. His dad ran it for many years, and now it's his turn. Still a very successful business. Okay, the Eagles sent 9 hitters to the plate in the 5th inning, and they're going to start off here in the 6th with 3rd baseman Braden Mouton. Mouton is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd, walked, stole a base, and scored in the 5th.
Brendan Bryant still on the hill for Central Lafourche.
This is popped up high to center field. Center fielder gets under it, waits for it to come down, and makes the catch. So there's a fly ball for you, Chris.
Yep.
1 away. That'll bring to the plate the 6-hole hitter and Eagle catcher, Tate Fontenot.
We don't get many opportunities to zoom in on an outfielder.
Yeah. Fontenot, 1 for 3 on the day. He singled and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. This hit long and deep to left field. Left fielder going back. And this is over the fence. So it's going to be a home run for Tate Fontenot as he trots around the bases. It's a solo shot. And he congratulated at 3rd base by Coach Hidalgo, and the rest of the Eagle team meets him at home plate. And it's the 8th run for the Eagles. They'll go up 8-4.
Heck of a drive right there for Fontenot. He tagged it.
He got all of it.
That's his first home run of the year.
He's a junior. He'll be back next year. Now hitting is Bryce Talbot, the DH. He looks at call strike 1. You know, Chris, I believe that's the first time I circled a home run this year. I don't believe we've seen many.
I think you're right. No.
I don't remember any other ones. And it's in our 10th game. Pitch misses outside. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike.
I only remember one last year, and we didn't get to show it because it was in the state championship game.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Jaden Milton with a game winner for Berwick. Good-looking curveball right there.
That evens the count at 2-2 at the plate for Talbot. Talbot is 2 for 3 on the day. He reached on an error in the 2nd inning, singled in the 3rd, and singled and scored in the 5th. So 2 for 3 on the day and reached base every at bat. Looking at a full count right now. Ooh, curveball just misses a little bit high. So Talbot will draw the walk. And he's 2 for 3 today, but reached first base every at bat. That'll bring to the plate right fielder Jack Leapery. Leapery is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice, walked in the third, walked and scored in the fifth. So he also has been on bat 8 times. He gets the butt down. Brian will pick it up, throw to first in time for the sacrifice bunt. And Talbot moves over to second base with 2 outs. Two away. Coming to the plate is the 9-hole hitter, Connor Daigle. Daigle is the second baseman for the Eagles. He is 0 for 3. He struck out looking twice and grounded out to the first baseman once. Goes after the breaking ball. He's just under it. Fouls it straight back into the net. 0-1. This fastball misses outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner for a call. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs with a runner on second base. Breaking ball gets away from Bergeron. It's a ball 2, and Talbot moves to third on the wild pitch. So runner stands on third base, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Daigle. Here's a fastball low, gets away from the catcher as it bounced in front of him. Talbot trots in, scores without a play at home. So Eagles move up to 9-4, have their 5-run lead back. And Daigle will look at the full count. Full count with 2 outs. This off the end of the bat, just foul as it rolls down the first base line. So Daigle will do it again. If Daigle can get on base, we'll move to the top of the batting order in Lucas Pickens. Pickens made the nice throw from center field back in the bottom of the 5th. Make the controversial out. This ground ball down the third base line. Third baseman's going to scoop it up, but he's not going to have a play. Daigle beats out the infield hit, and it's a single. He'll stand on first base. We'll move to the top of the batting order in Lucas Pickens. Pickens is 1 for 4 today. He flied out to right field in the first, struck out in the second. Hit by a pitch in the 4th and singled in the 5th. So he's actually 1 for 3 today. So Daigle with a healthy lead, not a big lead, but a good one. Breaking ball comes in for the call, strike 1. 0-1 is the count. There's the fastball. Whew. Catches the outside corner. Called strike 2.
I guess Because now that strike zone is starting to expand.
Yep. Looks that way. There's a breaking ball. Not quite close enough to call it a strike. Misses on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We are 2.5 hours into the nightcap of a doubleheader. That's a lot of baseball.
Yep.
For a couple of high school teams.
Oh, chases one. It's in the dirt. Can't find it. It's going to, nope, won't be able to get him out at first base. Swung at a breaking ball that was in the dirt. Bergeron lost it. It was around his feet, but he couldn't find it. You know, when you got that big helmet on that he's got with the face mask, sometimes it's hard to, look straight down.
It cuts your field of vision.
So it's a strikeout, but he's safe at first base. Daigle will stand on second. At the plate is left fielder Thomas Nene. Nene hits a ground ball to the first baseman, but it bounces off his chest, and everybody will be safe. It'll go in the book as an E3, but everybody's safe. Nene's on first, Pickens is on second, and Daigle's on third base.
And, at least in part, I think you're seeing tired baseball players.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because the first game was long. We mentioned it, that, this game was supposed to start at 6. Didn't start till after 7.
Yep.
And now we're 2.5 hours into this one.
Yeah, like I said, the first one went at least 2.5 hours, maybe a little over. And we've been playing baseball for the last 5 hours with about a 20-minute break in between there. It is fouled straight back in the net, and now I'm really, really glad the net was there.
That was coming right for me.
Oh, yeah.
I was ready.
It was coming. But I know you'd have jumped in front of that camera.
Yeah. Yep.
You'd have taken the shot to protect the camera. I know it. You'll heal up, that camera won't. Swing and a miss. At a big breaking ball from Brennan Bryant on the mound for the Trojans. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This hit high to center field. Center fielder takes a step back, 2 steps forward, and makes the catch. That's Grabber out there. So the Eagles send 8 hitters. They send 9 hitters to the plate in the 5th inning and 8 hitters to the plate in the 6th inning. And they pick up 2 more runs. So middle of the 6th inning. The Eagles have 9 and the Trojans have 4. And we'll move to the bottom of the 6th.
And Caleb Medina does head back to the bump.
Yeah. Well, he's got that 5-run lead again, so
yep.
I think they're going to stay with him. Like I said, we have no idea how many pitches he's thrown, but it's a lot for 5 innings.
Yeah. And it's a chilly night, like we said.
Yeah.
2 extended breaks due to long innings, like you just mentioned. 8 hitters to the plate for an inning, followed by 9 hitters. That's a long time between pitching stints.
Yeah. I said in the 5th.
And it's chilly.
Yeah. In the 5th, they sent 9 to the plate and scored 4, I'm sorry. And then in the 8th, they sent 8 to the plate and scored 2. Left a couple on base. Stepelkovich will lead off the bottom of the 6th. Stepelkovich is the cleanup hitter. He'll lead off the bottom of the 6th, followed by center fielder Drew Grabber and second baseman Holden Falgu.
Central Catholic will have 1 more regular season game for their pitching staff to get through. That is Monday at Zachary. And then after that, they all get a long rest as you'll have the first round bye in the playoffs. So at least a week. I don't know how it's going to
Chris,
measure out.
I think one of the reasons they played so many ball games this week is because they knew they were going to have a long break between the last regular season game and the first playoff game. So getting as much in right now as they can. Menina's first pitch catches the inside corner for a call, strike one. This is Stepelkovich's third at-bat. He's 0 for 1. He walked and stole a base and scored a run in the second, and he struck out swinging in the third. This is popped up straight back and out of play. Count stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Stepelkovich goes down swinging with 1 out, nobody on. Center fielder Drew Grubauer will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He walked in the second inning and got caught stealing, and then grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. Squares the bunt, but pulls the bat back, takes it for ball 1. Showing the bunt, pulls it back, ball 2, 2-0. Looks like might try to crowd the plate again. Puts the bat out there like he wants to bunt it. And this fastball in the dirt runs the count 3-0. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to swing at this pitch.
No.
Still has that bat out there like he wants to bunt it. I think he's just crowding the plate there. And that one is called strike 1 on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike, 1 away. We're in the top of the 6th. Eagles lead 9-4. There's a fastball that misses. Ball 4. Stepelkovich draws the walk. And I'm sorry, that's Grubauer draws the walk. He'll stand on first base with 1 out. That will bring to the plate the 6-hole hitter and second baseman, Holden Falgout. Falgout is 1 for 2. He singled in the second inning, got left on base, and grounded out to the pitcher.
And that will do it for Caleb Menina.
Yep, Menina will lead the mound. Outstanding performance here tonight. Threw a lot of pitches. Had a lot of full counts. But, the Trojans haven't gone through their batting order 3 times yet. They have the 6-hole hitter.
No, it wasn't that Menina faced a lot of batters. It's just that he threw a lot of pitches.
Yep.
Excuse me. The new pitcher is Mike Garcia, who we saw last week against Hanson. Updated stats on Garcia. This will be his 10th game appearance. He's got a 1-2 record with a save, 22 walks in, 22 strikeouts, a 3.26 ERA.
Mike Garcia. He'll come in with 1 out and a runner on first base. And he'll be facing the 6-hole hitter, second baseman Holden Falgout. Trojans are looking for base runners, any kind they can get. They're down 5 in the bottom of the 6th. Garcia completes his warm-up tosses. And the right fielder, left fielder were having a little meeting in center field with Pickens. Then they turned around and looked, and Fontenot's out there waving them to go back to their positions. And it was like, oh, okay. And then had to sprint out. But everybody ready to go.
I don't believe Menina stayed in the game.
I don't know, Chris.
I don't see him
anywhere. I don't think he plays in the outfield.
Whoa.
Ooh. It's a high fastball. It's a wild pitch. And Grubbear will move to second base. Ball one. 1-0 to count. Falgoose squares the bunt, pulls it back, and something was wrong with it, Chris. I don't know what. 2 balls and a
Look
strike.
fine to me.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to point it, strike one,
A little high, maybe.
maybe. This time he squares the bunt, pulls it back,
Yeah, no doubt
and
about that one.
ducks, yeah. That one was definitely a ball. 3-0. There's a fastball that catches the inside corner. A good heater.
Oh, he throws hard.
Yeah, he had a hit.
I remember last week.
3 balls and a strike.
He has got some zip on his fastball.
This fastball misses outside. Base
And the
runner
runner
will move to
steals third.
third. So Falgoose draws the walk, goes to first base. On that pitch, Grubbear goes to third base. So runners will stand on the corners with 1 out. And coming to the plate is the catcher, Trip Bergeron. Bergeron is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the second, grounded out to third in the 4th inning. This, like I said, this is only his 3rd at bat. Menina faced 23 hitters in 5 1/3 innings pitched. Fastball misses. Ball 1. There's another fastball on the inside for ball 2. Fontenot calls time, wants to talk to his pitcher, as does Coach Hidalgo. I think you might have another pitching change right here. I thought I saw him signal for a right-hander to the bullpen if they had somebody out there.
Yeah, here comes somebody.
Yeah, and someone will come in. So Garcia didn't last too long. One batter and 2 pitches.
Is this Cordero?
I didn't get the number.
Didn't see the
Chris.
number yet.
Looks like him, but
Yeah,
yeah, I think it
that's
is
Brandon
number 5.
Cordero.
Yep, Cordero goes to the mound.
So, it's a brief book on Garcia. We say
Yeah.
we closed the book on him. Well, the book was not very long. It's more like a pamphlet.
Right, I know. Or
Well, let's
essay.
let's talk about Brandon Cordero, who he was the pitcher. He was the starter against Hanson last week, right? Was
Yeah, maybe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is, well, no, it was not Cordero, because he does not have a start this season. This will be his 6th appearance. He's only pitched 8.1 innings, so he's been a kind of a short work guy. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts, an ERA of 9.24.
He's on the mound getting his warm-up tosses. He gets 8. Pitcher coming in relief gets 8 warm-up tosses. Along with hopefully a lot more than that, warming up on the sideline, getting ready for this.
So he's going to come in mid-batter, and he inherits a 2-0 count.
Also has runners on the corners with 1 away. Needs to throw strikes. And that one just misses. That's a strike sometimes. 3-0 to count. A walk would load the bases. There's a fastball in there for call strike one. 3 balls and a strike. Trip Bergeron bats in the 7 hole, so on a 3-0 count, I wouldn't have expected him to swing the bat, and he did not. He may even take another. Swinging at this one. Swing and a miss. Run the count full, 3-2. That's what Cordero needs to do, Chris. He just needs to get up there and throw strikes.
Yep.
If they hit him, they hit him. Like I said, he's at the 7-hole hitter right here. Run on first is going to go. They're going to let him go. You got a 5-run lead in the 6th inning. Don't do anything silly. You got a full count on the hitter. So Falgout gets a stolen base. Stands on second. Runners on second and third. This pitch up high for ball 4. And that is 3 walks from Eagle pitchers.
And now that 5-run lead starts to look a little precarious.
Yep. Well, going to have a courtesy runner for your catcher, Trip Bergeron.
And is this a pinch hitter?
Yeah, I think so.
This is Colin Alario. I think
Alario
we've seen
will
him.
be batting for Liam Dutu. Dutu is 0 for 1
Big left-hander.
with a walk. Fastball misses. Bases are full of Trojans with 1 away.
Got to throw strikes here. Give your defense a chance to help you out. That's a good pitch there.
It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch up high. Ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, just put it over the plate. You're almost certainly going to give up a run here. Just get somebody out.
Yeah, outs are more important than anything right now. Just make sure you get somebody out. But you got to throw them strikes. There is no defense for the walk. 3-1. There's one. There's a fastball. That'll run the count full. Got a full count with 1 away. And the base is full of Trojans. No place to put him. There's a ground ball that gets through the hole between first and second. 1 run will score. So the pinch hitter comes in and gets a single. One run, another
That was
run.
a well-hit ball. Pinch runner will come in for Alario.
Might have been, did Dutu come back in the game for him?
No, it was it's a pinch runner, Alex Upperman.
Okay.
Number 12 comes in to run.
Now Dutu could still come back in the ball game because he's there starting third baseman. This fouled out of play behind first base dugout, behind the first base dugout. Foul ball.
Into the dark.
Nothing in one.
Track meet's over, so it got a lot darker over here to our left.
Yes, it did. There's evidently no stars, moon, nothing. Well, there's a quarter moon behind us. And there's called strike 2. This is Brent Martin at the plate. Martin is actually 0 for 0. He walked twice and scored both times. This popped up out of play. Behind the first base dugout. Count stays 0-2. Yeah, he's walked twice. He's stolen 2 bases and scored 2 runs without a hit. The 0-2 pitch. And breaking ball. Breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1.
Fontenot knocks it down. Just keep it in front of you.
Reaches out for this one, pops it up, first base. This will be an infield fly. I didn't hear him. I think they did call it. It's the infield fly rule, but he called it anyway. But infield fly rule would have applied, and that's the second out. And we'll move to the top of the batting order. And Keegan Pertwee, who is 1 for 3. He singled, but got caught in a double play. Flied out to second base and struck out swinging, but was safe because of the pitch was a wild pitch. A little bit late on this one as he fouls it straight back behind first base. 0-1. So Cordero kind of settled down. He's throwing strikes now, which is all his team needs him to do. Throw your fastball, throw it over the plate. There's a breaking ball. That one misses for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases are full of Trojans. There's another curveball that misses. It's a little closer, but misses.
Yeah, I think now you have to come back with a fastball.
I hope so. 2 balls and a strike. There's a fastball pounded into the dirt. First baseman catches it, flips to Cordero, covering the bag for the 3rd out. So good job there. Defense played exactly how you draw it up. And it'll go in the book as 3-1 for the 3rd out.
That's Benjamin Case over there at first base. Got a couple of the outs that inning. All right, let's see if the Eagles can
pick up 1 run.
Maybe get that run back here.
And we move to the top of the 7th. So we've played 6 complete. The Eagles have 9. And the Trojans have scored 5. So 9-5. Eagles lead, 4-run lead as we move to the top of the 7th. And to start the 7th inning, Eagles will start off with their cleanup hitter, Greg Hamer. He'll be followed by 3rd baseman Braden Mouton and the catcher, Tate Fontenot.
I want to thank the viewers that have stuck with us as we are about to start the 4th hour of this game. I wish I could give them a freebie or something free, you know. I feel like you needed some kind of discount, but you're seeing this for free anyway on KWBJ Live YouTube.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining us. This is I think this is probably the longest baseball game we've ever done.
It's been a while, yeah, and it's not extra innings either.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, this is, we still got 1 more to play.
Yeah, like we've had a couple of games go
we're
9, maybe even 10 innings.
Yeah.
We had a Franklin Patterson last year, early in the year, that seemed to take forever.
Yeah. Had a lot of pitches in that one too.
Yep.
If I remember correctly. A lot of pitches and
a lot of walks in that. Yeah, not like this one. Hadn't been a lot of walks. There've been a lot of pitches thrown.
Yeah. A lot of full counts. Okay, Hamer is 1 for 3 tonight, along with a walk. He singled and scored in the third. He walked in the first, struck out looking in the fourth, and flied out to the third baseman in the fifth. This off the handle, that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Hamer singles to lead off the top of the seventh. That'll bring to the plate third baseman Braden Mouton. Mouton is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, walked in the third, walked and scored, walked in the fifth and scored, stole a base, and flied out to center field in the sixth. This is popped up, foul behind first base, out of play. No balls and a strike. This pitch misses outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs with a runner on first base. Brennan Bryant still on the mound for the Trojans. There's a breaking ball, but it stays up high. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Curve ball goes after it, swings and misses. That'll even the count.
Ooh, he wanted that
2-2.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted that one. Two-two pitch, breaking ball. That misses. Didn't miss by a lot, but it misses. And we got a full count. Full count. With no outs and a runner on first base. Runner going. This is going to be a little soft liner that's going to drop in center field. Hamer will stop at second base. And Mouton with the single. He'll be on first. So back-to-back singles. So with nobody out, runners on first and second. Tate Fontenot comes to the plate. Fontenot blasted a home run in the top of the sixth. There's a curveball that catches that inside corner for a call strike one. Fontenot bats with no outs and runners on first and second. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fontenot waits on the 1-1 pitch. Bryant throws it, swing and a miss. These line have been looking for a 3-run shot this time, Chris. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We are now, unfortunately, at the stage of the game where a 10-run lead doesn't do us any good.
Nope, doesn't matter, yeah. You're going to have to play the bottom of the 7th either way. This off the handle, fouled it straight back into the net. Count will stay 2-2. All right, first base coach made a better throw this time. There's a breaking ball again that misses and runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball up high, ball 4. So Fontenot will draw a walk. He'll be on first base. Mouton will move to second, and Hamer will move to third.
And here comes Coach Lance Crochet.
Crochet wants to talk to his pitcher as with nobody out, the bases are full of Eagles. I'm sure Coach Hidalgo wouldn't mind hanging a couple of more runs, no matter what time it is on that board. Give them a little more breathing room in the bottom of the seventh.
We are going to get a pitching change as one of the infielders changes gloves.
Let's see if we can get that number.
Looks like number 3.
So that's the third baseman, Liam
Dutu.
So Dutu did come back in the ball game. He was playing.
That's right. He
third.
was pinch hit for last inning.
Yeah.
Comes back, and now he will go to the mound.
And Dutu will be the 5th pitcher in this ball game for the Trojans. I kind of expected more of that from the Eagles than for the Trojans. But
5th?
Yep, or 4th. I got 5. I got Stopokovic, Cooper Glenn, Bo Champagne, who only threw a few pitches.
That's right, yeah.
And then Bryan came in, and now Dutu.
That's right. Champagne didn't stay long.
I think he only threw 6 pitches. And I think there were 6 or 7 pitches, and if not all of them, almost all of them were balls.
Dutu does not appear or does not have any pitching stats on my sheet. As I said, we've only got district stats for Central Lafourche. So I'll assume he has pitched, but only in non-district games for the Trojans.
He's been playing third base so far tonight, all night tonight. He was pinch hit for. He'll be facing the DH, Bryce Talbot. Talbot bats for the first baseman, Ben Case. This is grounded into the dirt and rolls back towards the fence for strike 1.
Talbot was a late change. He was put into the batting order only about 10 minutes before the game started, and he has made the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, he is. This is going to fly ball to left field. Going to send a runner home. 1 run was scored. They're going to throw down to third. Sliding under the tag is safe there. So that'll be a sac fly for Talbot. And 1 run will score. And Mouton moves to third base. Fontenot stays at second. Or probably have a courtesy running for Fontenot, I would assume, huh? Yeah. Somebody running for him. I can't get the number yet, but there's a breaking ball that comes right in for call strike 1. Jack Leapery is at the plate. Leapery is 0 for 1. He walked twice and scored a run. Oh, there's a base hit. That'll score 1 for sure. The throw's going to go to third, but it's going to go over the third baseman's head. Bounces off the front of the dugout back towards the catcher. So single for Leapery and an RBI. So that's the 3rd hit of this inning. And he brings to the plate the 9-hole hitter and second baseman, Connor Daigle. Daigle is 1 for 4 tonight with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to first. Daigle gets the bunt down. Dutu has to go to first. Another run scores. So a successful sacrifice bunt.
And the courtesy runner for Fontenot, who just scored, by the way, was Drake Rock.
Okay, yeah, I think he ran for him earlier. So with 2 outs, we move to the top of the batting order, and Lucas Pickens will step at the plate. Pickens is 1 for 4. A couple strikeouts, a fly out, a walk, and a single. Ground ball to short, makes a strong throw to first, and it's in time. Nice play out there by Pertwee.
I'm not going to complain because this is a long game, but I don't know.
It was, I wouldn't argue with it. I mean, you might, if you were a coach, you would argue just for sake of it would being close, let the note umpire.
In a district game, you might complain.
Yeah. But,
playoff game, you definitely have something to say.
Yeah. It wouldn't help you very much, but
No.
you'd have something to say.
But you have to go have something to say about it.
So Pickens grounds out to short for the 3rd out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at-bats in this game for Pickens.
That's a lot for a 7-inning game.
Yeah. Well, he scored 12 runs. They're up 12-5.
And now the Eagles are 3 outs away. Cordero will come out for the 7th. Did his job when he came in last inning, which was he got outs.
He got outs. He threw strikes.
Threw strikes, he got outs.
And he got outs. The Trojans will start off with their 2-hole hitter. They're going to start with Sam Douglas, the DH. He DHs for the pitcher. Well, he was DHing for the pitcher. But now the pitcher is in the ball game. He's batting. But anyway, he's the DH. He'll be followed by first baseman Elijah Groh. And then right fielder Andrew Stapelkovich. Douglas is 0 for 2. He flied out to the catcher in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 5th.
All right, here we go.
They've been doing a whole lot of this, and they're starting out this way, putting that bat out.
Why do you do that?
I think you're looking to get people on base, and he's going to take till he gets a strike, so he's just crowding the plate and trying to give the pitcher a smaller target.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't intend to bunt, I mean, there's no other reason to do it. I doubt he'd be bunting.
I accept that.
But it does kind of.
I just want to know the strategy behind it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would think it would be. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Because you're out over the plate, and it kind of gives the pitcher a smaller target.
Yep.
And can kind of confuse, especially if he's not a guy that pitches a lot. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cordero comes out and gets a strikeout. That's his first one of the game. 1 away. With 1 out, nobody on base. First baseman Elijah Groh comes to the plate. Groh is 0 for 3. He grounded out into a double play in the 1st inning. Struck out swinging in the 3rd and in the 5th. Fastball from Cordero for the call, strike 1. And that's right now really the only thing the Eagles need from him is to throw strikes. There's another one. He hadn't really found the strike zone with the curveball, but he knows where it is on those fastballs. 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. And Cordero picks up his second strikeout. So with 2 outs, that'll bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, Andrew Stepelkovich. Stepelkovich is 0 for 2. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the second inning, and struck out swinging in the third and the 6th. He looks at the first pitch for ball 1. His fastball catches the inside corner for a call strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on base.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think there are any signs between pitcher and catcher. It's just get up there and throw fastballs.
Throw fastballs and throw them over the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a fastball that just misses that outside corner. That pitch has been a strike a lot tonight. Just not this one. I guess home plate umpire having too much fun. There he goes.
Ball game.
Struck out the side, so Cordero does the job here in the 7th. Strikes out the side to end the ball game. And that'll be your final score. It'll be Central Catholic Eagles 12, Central Lafourche Trojans 5.
We will wrap it up quick because this has been a long one.
A long one.
The
long
Eagles
day.
improved to 22-6 after they split the doubleheader with Central Lafourche. The opener saw the Eagles lose an 8-game win streak, but yeah, they're back on the winning track. 1 regular season game remaining before they get the first round bye of the playoffs. So congratulations to the Eagles. Nice win tonight. Coming back from a disappointing loss in the opener.
Yeah, they lost in the opener in the bottom of the 7th. They lost by 1 run that game, but they came back here in the second game, scored 12 runs, won by 7, so had a pretty good second game here.
Yeah,
got to feel good about
committed
themselves.
3 or 4 errors in that first game, only 1 in this one.
Right.
So, yeah, good response. Quick thanks to our sponsors, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Bayou Bend Fitness Center, Conrad Industries, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Patterson State Bank, GJCurbside.com, Ochsner St. Mary, Lafayette Electric, and Allen's Communications. For KWBJ Live, that's the end of the regular season. Playoffs are next. Stay tuned. Keep watching KWBJ TV 22 Facebook, and we will keep you abreast of things are going once we know who's in the playoffs, where they're going, and when games are. We'll let you know what we're going to be doing as far as playoff baseball here on KWBJ Live goes.
All right, folks, we are glad you joined us tonight. We're going to wrap this up here. We're in Matthews, Louisiana, on the campus of Central Lafourche High School on Broussard Field. And this has been high school baseball on KWBJ Live. My name is Aaron Ortigo here with Chris Hunter. Thank you for joining us. Tune in for some postseason baseball coming later.
Good night, everybody.